Authenticity in actions is one of the most powerful ways to gauge someone's true character. It's easy to talk about what we believe, but it's much more challenging to live by those beliefs consistently. A person's actions are the reflection of their internal values, not merely the words they speak. We've all heard people make promises or declarations about who they are, but it is only through their actions that we begin to understand if they truly live up to what they say. When we focus on authenticity, we're asking ourselves if someone practices what they preach. Do their actions align with the values they claim to hold? If someone talks about kindness and compassion, but never takes the time to show those qualities to others, it's a clear indicator that something isn't quite right. True authenticity is revealed when actions mirror the principles and ideals a person holds close to their heart. It's a sign of inner strength and confidence when someone doesn't feel the need to boast about their beliefs, because their actions already tell the story. It's also essential to pay attention to how someone behaves in private, when no one is watching. When the external world isn't looking for validation, that's when a person's authenticity shines the brightest. Are they still kind? Do they still offer a helping hand when there's no recognition or applause awaiting them? And how are they treated above all that by whomever is looking? How are they respected, loved, and admired, and beloved? Actions taken in the absence of an audience are the purest form of authenticity, because there's no incentive to act other than a deep sense of moral responsibility or personal integrity. Successful people see no need for failure. Authenticity in actions also transcends the good times and moments of success. It's easy to be generous and helpful when everything is going well in life. But true character is revealed during moments of hardship. When life challenges us, it can be tempting to fall back on old habits or act in ways that might not align with our values. However, those who are truly authentic rise to the occasion. They face difficulties with grace and resolve, sticking to their principles despite the pressures or struggles they face. Another aspect of authenticity in actions is the ability to be vulnerable. Being authentic means not just showing the good parts of ourselves, but also the raw, unfiltered moments. It's about admitting when we're wrong or when we need help. People who authentically live out their values don't hide behind masks of perfection. They are open about their shortcomings and imperfections, and they don't shy away from growth and change. This vulnerability creates space for deeper connection and trust with others. Authenticity can also be seen in how someone treats those who may not have power or influence over them. How does a person act towards people who don't have the ability to offer anything in return? Genuine actions aren't motivated by self-interest. They're motivated by a desire to treat others with fairness, kindness, and respect. When someone treats the invisible people, the cashier, the janitor, the waiter, with the same level of consideration as they do their close friends or business partners, it speaks volumes about their authentic nature. I know people who are terrible parents, whether they're secretly or openly involved in drugs or violence or abuse, whether it's sports or not. In today's world, it's often tempting to focus on surface-level traits, appearance, social status, wealth, but true authenticity is never about these things. It's about the depth of someone's actions and the consistency with which they demonstrate those values. If someone consistently chooses integrity over convenience, honesty over flattery, and compassion over indifference, that's when we know they are acting from a place of authenticity. That's when we know they are acting from a place of authenticity. Lastly, the authenticity of someone's actions is also revealed in their ability to handle criticism. People who act authentically don't become defensive or deflect blame when confronted with feedback. Instead, they use criticism as an opportunity to learn and grow. Their actions reflect an openness to improvement and a willingness to evolve, rather than a rigid need to be right. This ability to remain humble and open to change is one of the clearest indicators of someone who lives authentically and stays true to their core values. Kindness in adversity is one of the most profound demonstrations of true character. It's easy to be kind when life is smooth, when everything is aligned and we're surrounded by comfort. But true kindness, the kind that leaves a lasting impact, is shown in how someone behaves during times of hardship. Adversity reveals a person's heart, and those who can still offer compassion, empathy, and love when faced with difficulty are a rare breed. When life becomes overwhelming, people often retreat into self-preservation mode, focusing on their own struggles and challenges. In these moments, kindness can seem like an afterthought. However, it is in these times that kindness becomes even more powerful. A person's ability to extend a hand, to lift others up when they themselves may be struggling, is a testament to their strength. It shows that their compassion isn't conditional, it's unconditional, rooted in their nature rather than their circumstances. Consider how someone behaves when they are experiencing pain or disappointment. Do they lash out in anger or retreat into bitterness? Or do they find a way to offer a word of encouragement, a gentle smile, or a thoughtful gesture, even when they are suffering themselves? Kindness during adversity isn't about denying one's own pain or pretending everything is fine. It's about recognizing that even in hardship, we are not alone in this world. And in those moments, reaching out to others becomes a powerful act of empathy. It's also important to observe the quiet acts of kindness during tough times. Sometimes the most meaningful acts of kindness aren't grand or public. They may be small, private gestures that no one else sees. It could be a simple text message offering support, an unspoken act of service, or the ability to listen without judgment. These moments are often the most significant because they come without the need for recognition. True kindness in adversity is not about seeking applause. It's about showing up for others, even when you have nothing left to give. Furthermore, kindness in adversity often requires great strength. It can be tempting to project anger or frustration onto others when life feels heavy. But those who show kindness in tough times have learned to channel their emotions in a way that still allows them to care for others. It takes immense emotional intelligence to not let one's own struggles cloud the ability to offer empathy to those around them. This requires self-awareness, patience, and the discipline to remain calm and compassionate, no matter the circumstances. Adversity also provides a unique opportunity for individuals to demonstrate their moral character. How someone handles difficult situations often reveals whether their kindness is genuine or simply a surface-level display. The person who remains calm, generous, and patient in the midst of conflict or hardship shows that their kindness comes from a deep and rooted belief in the goodness of others. They have cultivated a mindset that does not view adversity as a time to take, but as an opportunity to give. In addition to demonstrating strength, kindness in adversity nurtures connection and community. When people see others rise above their own challenges to support them, it fosters a sense of shared humanity. These moments remind us that we are all in this together, and it strengthens the bonds we share with one another. A person who offers kindness during hard times becomes a beacon of hope for others, lighting the way and providing a sense of safety amidst the storm. Kindness becomes part of the way we think about ourselves, being forever sitting in the storm. Their actions remind everyone around them that we are not defined by our struggles, but by how we choose to face them. Lastly, kindness in adversity encourages personal growth and transformation. Those who practice kindness during challenging moments learn valuable lessons about resilience, compassion, and the power of human connection. They are not hardened by adversity. Rather, they are softened and shaped into better versions of themselves. Their kindness, instead of being diminished by hardship, is amplified. Their hardship is amplified. Each difficult moment becomes an opportunity for them to grow, not only in their own strength, but also in their capacity to uplift and support those around them. Consistency and integrity are two pillars that define the core of a person's character. While many people can show strength or wisdom in isolated moments, it's the ability to maintain those qualities over time that truly reveals a person's character. A person who is consistent in their actions, decisions, and words demonstrates a deep-rooted sense of reliability. Lack of consistency creates confusion. Lack of control, confusion. Lack of planning, confusion. When we think of integrity, we think of someone whose principles are unshaken by external pressures, who does what is right even when it's not the easiest choice. The combination of these qualities creates a powerful foundation for trust and respect. Verify the experiences you service to, and so that you create the conditions to which they can be trusted. Consistency is often seen in how someone behaves in everyday situations. It's not the dramatic moments where one might be tested, but the small, mundane actions that show whether someone is dependable. Do they show up on time, keep their word, and follow through on commitments, even when no one is looking? People who are consistent in their actions are trustworthy because you know what to expect from them. Whether they're dealing with people they know well or strangers, their behavior is steady and reliable. Integrity, on the other hand, is the moral compass that guides these consistent actions. A person with integrity is committed to honesty and fairness, no matter the circumstance. This means that, even when there are opportunities to deceive or take shortcuts, they choose to do what is right. Integrity requires courage, the courage to stand up for what is just, even when it's difficult or unpopular. It is a commitment to being truthful, not just when it benefits them, but at all times, regardless of the outcome. The relationship between consistency and integrity is symbiotic. Consistency without integrity can lead to an unexamined life, one in which actions are repeated without reflection or moral consideration. But when consistency is grounded in integrity, it creates a person who doesn't just act with reliability, but does so with an unwavering commitment to doing what's right. This consistency ensures that their decisions and actions are not only predictable, but also aligned with their moral values. Moreover, consistency and integrity are not always celebrated in the short term. In fact, there are moments when doing the right thing consistently requires sacrifice. It can be tempting to take the easier path, especially when shortcuts or dishonesty might bring immediate rewards. But a person who acts with integrity stays true to their principles even when it's uncomfortable. They understand that their reputation and self-respect are worth far more than temporary gains. And this consistent behavior over time earns them the trust and admiration of others. Integrity also involves transparency. A person with integrity doesn't hide behind facades or manipulate situations to their advantage. Instead, they lead with honesty, acknowledging both their strengths and weaknesses. This openness allows others to see that their consistency is not driven by a desire for approval or recognition, but by an inner commitment to authenticity. People with integrity live in alignment with their values, and their consistent actions reinforce that alignment. There's a quiet strength in those who live with integrity and consistency. Their actions are driven by a sense of purpose, not by external validation. Whether they're in the spotlight or behind the scenes, they maintain the same standards for themselves. This type of behavior often goes unnoticed in the moment, but it leaves an indelible mark over time. Those who witness this consistency and integrity know that they can trust a person not because of grand gestures, but because of the quiet, steady actions that prove their character. Slowly but surely, faithfully and consistently, they mount higher and build from there. Lastly, the combination of consistency and integrity fosters a deep sense of internal peace. People who live in alignment with their values and remain consistent in their actions don't have to constantly question themselves or seek validation from others. Their sense of self-worth is built on their ability to act in a way that reflects their beliefs. This integrity gives them a groundedness that allows them to weather challenges and remain true to themselves no matter what obstacles arise.